morning, guys. So today is surgery day. Thank you, Jesus. God, I'm so happy. Yeah, I woke up around 5, but it's about 5 minutes to 7 now. I've had my bath. I feel so refreshed. Like, I'm so refreshed, and I'm just waiting for them to come. It's always like once you sleep like that, immediately I saw them opening the door, I knew that it was already like time. So we've started the procedure again this morning, checking the baby's heartbeats, checking my own blood pressure and all that. So I've had my bath. I'm wearing the hospital garments now. Let me show you. This is us. And I am all set for whatever they want to do to me this morning. So that's it. I'm prepared. No food. I didn't eat anything since 12 midnight. I'm not hungry, but I am extremely thirsty. I'm very thirsty. I have cold water, which is what I always take, but they've told me not to take anything. And of course, I'm not a child. I need to listen. I'm really thirsty, but I can't take anything until after the surgery. So I'll just hold on. Let me show you guys my view from my room. So this is my view. Good morning, Lagos. This is my view. Today is Wednesday. I know the way it is in Lagos. Early on Wednesday morning, everybody's rushing to go to work. Like I said, it's almost 7, so it's crunch time for a lot of people. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, I am here waiting to do my own surgery. I'm not going anywhere. The hospital is still like practically empty. Before you know what is happening, everywhere will be full. This place is usually very, very, very full. Like, cars are always here. Like, there's no time I've come here that I won't see cars everywhere. But waking up this morning and seeing that the car park is still empty, yeah, thanks to God. So guys, so I guess the only thing left now is to wait. So let's do this together. Okay, so at this point, I was nervous and tired, and I was just waiting. Like, can we just get this thing done and over with? They told me the surgery was going to take place or happen around 9 a.m. This was like around 10, and I was still waiting. I was just becoming apprehensive, like, okay, what is going on? Am I still doing it today? And all that, back and forth. But there were some logistics issues that the hospital encountered, and they were like, they were not going to like take chances. They had to do everything they had to do before embarking on a surgery. So I've taken your this thing. What's that? The distance. Let me bring it. Okay. So the nurse came in, told me everything was going to happen very soon, and I was just waiting, and finally, like around 12, I was wheeled into the theater. I was wheeled into the theater in readiness to have my baby, and finally, thank God. Yay! So guys, our baby arrived March 23 by 12:48 p.m.
Okay, so the room where I was from the room where I was taken to the theater, and this room or this place I am showing you is basically what they call the recovery area in the hospital I gave birth in. So this is where the nurses monitor you. The anesthetist also comes to monitor to check whether the anesthesia has worn off. And I was here. This was just like barely like 10 minutes after surgery, after which I was building here. So my husband brought my phone, and with my shaky body, I was still trying to like get a feel of how the room was. I didn't know what was coming to me yet. So at this point, I was in pain and I was groggy from the anesthesia. I think I was just like feeling myself at this point, like what just happened. Like it was like I don't even know how to explain how I felt. My baby was there, but I couldn't even hold her or like touch her because I couldn't lift my head. But luckily, they are taking her to the nursery. They had given her a meal, and she was looking for food, guys. This girl has been a foodie from the beginning, just like her mother. She was already turning her head left and right, obviously, but I couldn't even breastfeed because I was told not to lift my head. But they were good in taking care of her. Oh my goodness, she's a beauty, guys. You need to see her now. And well, they took care of her, they gave her food and everything because her mother was in so much pain, couldn't lift up her head and all that. So this was me just trying to like take a few clips of what I could get because I couldn't film the major process. But it's okay. Anyone we can get is still good. I'm just happy I was able to document as much as I could. The pain was off the roof now. My blood pressure was being monitored like every 15 minutes because it kept on rising. Anytime I'm in so much pain, my blood pressure just goes off. And well, it was good because we were monitoring it. The monitors were beeping and all that, but they told me it was fine. I'd already started receiving pain medication, as you guys can see, and they kept on monitoring till when it became stabilized after some hours. So after about 6 hours, thank God, I was able to drink water. My throat was parched and dry. I never knew I would come to love water like this. They told me to take sips, but guys, I was looking at this water like, hope I won't go up everything like this. Water is life. Like I never liked water, but I appreciated water a lot more after this surgery. Before and after they told me I couldn't take water, like I was just looking at water like, okay, so this is what I've been craving all this while. It was a blessing being able to take something. After I took the water, they gave me some green tea as well. I think it was just a process. So take a little bit of water, sip it, take a little bit of green tea as well, just liquids basically. I think this is like their own policy. This is how they introduce you to food gradually all over again after the surgery. And this was like 10 hours after surgery. I've taken water and I was taking the green tea as well. I couldn't lift my head. I was still in so much pain, but I was just trying to manage as much as I could. The pain was unbearable. Like before I slept that night, I was in pain. Yeah, as in, guys, I was in pain, but thankfully, after some time, it began to subside. As you can see, my blood pressure started coming down a bit. It became something that was not so worrisome. Before then, the numbers were high, like really high. It was red. But thankfully, after I used the pain medication, it started like subsiding, and before you know it, yeah. Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning. I've not picked my camera in like 24 hours. This is 24 hours post-op, post-surgery. I am so grateful to God. Like I was really nervous and scared going into this surgery, but thank God, God proved Himself. I am okay. I'm still in pain, obviously, but thank God for everything. So I was supposed to wait. Let me raise my bed up a bit. Yeah. So my plan was to film
my process and all that. But hospital policy, the hospital I'm using, they don't allow filming at all in any way. Of course, I'm in my room, I can film all this, but going into the theater, which I know when people film and all that, they don't allow it. So I'll just try to explain how everything went. You'll see clips from other things I could do, but the major one, which I was not even going to film all through anyway, they didn't allow at all. They don't allow anything into the theater, nothing, not even your phone, not your camera, nothing. They don't allow anything. They don't allow anything like that. And I understand policies are policies for different people. So he saw me up to the point I had my bath. I changed into my hospital gown yesterday. I had not eaten since 12 midnight. They told me to get ready for the surgery, and I was ready. When it was time, there were a little bit of logistics issues. They came to wheel me. I thought I was even going to walk down to the theater myself, but they said no. So they brought a stretcher, like a bed, which I stayed on, and they wheeled me into the operating theater. Immediately I got there, the anesthetist was already waiting, and I've never seen anything like that before. They worked like machines, like do this, do this, do this, do this. They had already started cleaning my back. Of course, I was having an elective cesarean section, so I knew that was happening. I had this spinal anesthesia where they numb you from waist down. In like 10-15 minutes, they had done all that. I was on the operating bed, and if I knew what was happening, I was just feeling pressure, like pulling and all that, but I couldn't feel pain, I couldn't feel anything. They had brought out my baby, I could hear her crying. I was like, are you guys done already? They're like, yes, that's it. So that took like 15 minutes. What even really took time afterwards was the stitching, closing up the area and all that. And yeah, so that took like another 30 minutes to like 45 minutes. They cleaned up everything. It was really professional, like guys, it was really professional. They cleaned up everywhere, and they moved me to another bed. Like, it was so seamless. I was thinking I was going to be in pain like all through. And from that, they used the bed to take me to the post-labor place, recovery. So in this hospital that I am in, you don't go back to your room immediately after surgery. They take you to another place post-surgery. So let me even mention all the things I felt. I'm trying to remember, but one thing I know was like almost all through the surgery I was cold. I'm someone that I like cold, I like AC, but when some things happen, I feel very cold. So the first time they wanted to fix the anesthesia, they used something to clean my back. I started feeling cold. I was screaming, I am cold. I was shivering, like literally. They put a blanket over my head and all that. They tried to me, they're like, this operating theater has to be cold, just manage it like that. And I understand. I was shivering like almost all through the operation, even afterwards. Then they gave me something else to like contract my uterus. They said that medicine was going to make me feel colder. I was chattering, I was vibrating, like that kind of thing. I was cold, and they said it was expected that after some hours it would go down. They had to give me a warm blanket, like they plugged a warmer to the electric to make me feel better, covered me with layers and layers and layers of like clothing, and nobody could film that process. So that's how I'm explaining it. I wish I could, but well, we move. So they took me to the recovery area. I couldn't move my legs still felt like I couldn't even carry my legs. I couldn't even feel anything on my legs. Guys, 2 hours after surgery, the anesthesia wore off. The pain came. I can't even laugh. The pain, when I mean the pain was, I don't know how I even I couldn't sleep. They kept on telling me to sleep. I said I can't sleep. I was in pain. They gave me my normal analgesics and all that. I was even begging them, like after 1 hour, they're like, are you still in pain? I said I am in pain. It was not working for me. I don't know how but I was in so much pain, and they said it was normal. Of course, like you start feeling the soreness of the wound. I'm a lot better now. Funny enough, the way I was immediately after surgery and 24 hours after, there's a lot of difference. They even gave me some pain medicine again yesterday night, and I was like, I don't even really need this anymore. I was okay with what I was getting initially. So that was how it went. My post-op, they kept on monitoring me, as in, like, I gave kudos to the nurses that stayed with me at night because I was not comfortable. I would tell them, raise my bed. They were like, what do you really want, Mr. Adinuga? I was like, I don't even know. I was just not comfortable. I'll be like, raise my bed. Okay, my leg. But I was just like, for me it was something else. Then my throat was very dry. I was thirsty, and I couldn't drink water until like at least 6 hours after surgery. I was begging them, please, I want water, I want water. They said, swallow your saliva. I said, please, I want water, my throat is so dry. But I managed. 6 hours after surgery, they eventually gave me a bottle of water, and they're like, just take it, just sip it little by little, little by little. I was holding myself not to just gulp it down and all that. So that happened. I was able to take water, and they also had to monitor to make sure that I passed gas, which I did in the morning. So I'm going to be showing you the first meal post-surgery as well. I'm so grateful because you never know the importance of little things until when you experience it. Like, I didn't know I would be someone that I don't like water at all. I never liked water. I didn't know I would be someone that I'll be begging, like, give me water, like, give me water, or give me food. It got to that point, and yeah. So don't let me bore you guys. I'll be showing you as much as I can in other clips and other videos. I'm just so grateful to God. I was really scared and nervous, but God has been faithful. He has been coming through. I'll see you guys later.